Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have another Empties video for you guys. I feel like that's all I've been filming lately. I think I had a lot of like opened things and I'm finally just starting to get through some of those things. So if you're tired of these, I'm sorry. I promise there will be other things coming. I do have a lot going on in my personal life right now. I started filming a Get Ready With Me the other morning and then I decided I hated myself and turned the camera off. So if you would like to see a Get Ready With Me where I fill you guys in on what all is going on, let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see. And if there's anything else you'd like to see in the salon in the recent weeks or in the weeks coming up, please let me know. I have had a tougher time sort of coming up with video ideas lately just because I have so much on my mind. So let me know, sound off in the comments below, that would be great. But I can't close this box anymore, so we're gonna go through the salon empties for those of you who do enjoy these videos. So the first thing I've got here is the OPI Expert Touch Polish Remover. So this is the one that sort of removes the polish faster than some of the other types that they have. So it does have some acetone in it. It's the purple one. I have these thingies and I just fill them from the big ones. I don't think I'm gonna buy this again because I have so many bottles. So I have the polish remover, I have the shellac remover, I have the alcohol, I have this scrub fresh. I have so many of these bottles, and the shellac remover works as a polish remover and it's not any more expensive than buying polish remover, so I just don't know why I'm having both. So I think now that this is gone, I'm gonna just have the shellac remover and use that for shellac and for a polish remover. I just think it'll sort of streamline things and not have all these bottles on the go. So that was the tail end of that. And then the other big bottle here I have is the Scrub Fresh. So I use that on all of my gel clients. I've got the smaller bottle there. So it's sort of like your prep product. So I don't do nails without this. I do notice a difference when I use polish remover or alcohol as opposed to using this. I think this does a better job. So I haven't repurchased this yet, but I have it on my list for this weekend. There's like a scratch and save sale going on at Maritime this weekend. So anytime that sale's coming up, I'll kind of hold off on things if I can, because I'm definitely gonna save. It might only be 5%, but it might be more than that. So, and every little bit helps, right? So the other things that I've got in here, so I went through a box of gloves, so I will not be repurchasing these. These were the Color Me Fab disposable vinyl gloves. I don't care for these. I have a really hard time finding gloves that fit. My nails don't poke through the ends of them, and I don't like powder in my gloves. I don't like it. So I found, hold on. I recently started using these, which are Touch and Tough. These are actually for like mechanics, and they're green. They're way thicker, and there's no powder in them, so they're not as stretchy, and I have yet to poke through the end of a glove. So with these ones, sometimes I was going through like 2 or 3 sets of gloves during a pedicure because I'd poke my nail through the end of the finger. Even if I bought the larger size, I would just poke through the end of it and then I'm not protected anymore. So my husband got me these. He has a tool truck business, so I was like, what do you guys have for gloves? So he got me these. They work fabulous. So I will continue to use those. They come too in like these come small, medium, and large. These come like medium, but 7.5 to 8. Like they seem to be a little bit more specific in size, and they're just working way better. So I won't buy these again. I got through those over the summer during pedicure season. I was happy to be done with those. Speaking of pedicures, I also went through another package of the single toe separators. I've already repurchased these. I love these for pedicures because you don't always need to separate all 5 toes. Sometimes it's just like the last 2. So I love these. I have already repurchased those. I went through a package of the Babe eye pads for the lash extensions. I've already repurchased those. I really like them. And also with the lashes, I went through, this was the like mink. They're like the artificial mink lashes, and they're the 12mm 0.2 width, so they're thicker, really nicely curved. I haven't reordered these yet, but I need to. So I'm going to set that there so I don't forget, because I do really like those, and they seem to stay on really well. Even though they're thicker, it's almost like there's more surface area for the glue, and they seem to stay on really, really good. I went through a package of arbor bands. I've already repurchased those. I always get more before I run out. I use those for my e-file for all my gel clients. I went through another pot of my Breeza clear gel, as always, my go-to gel product. And I went through a bottle of the back bar size of the Spa Ritual Cutie Cocktail. So this is my absolute favorite cuticle oil of all time. It smells like gummy bears. It's vegan, it's organic, it's lovely, it's wonderful. I ordered it out of Quebec. It is so worth it. I have the small bottle like this, and I buy the big one and I just refill. So I refilled this yesterday, and I will reorder this. I'm going to make a little reorder pile over there. So I will reorder that when I have enough items to do an order with them. So I get those through JP Concept out of Quebec. I finished up the Doterra Deep Blue Essential Oil. I believe I talked about this. I would have talked about this in my recent my essential oil collection tour. I'll link that video below. I had talked about this then. It was almost gone. I'm not going to repurchase this. I do have another bottle of it that I had gotten on like a BOGO deal or something like that. I haven't decided if I'm going to open that one yet because I'm really loving the rub. I think it works so much better. So I actually used the rest of this up in my diffuser because it has a nice like minty smell. But I don't think I'll repurchase the oil again. And I may keep the one that I have to retail. I haven't decided because I don't find myself reaching for it. I like the rub better. My husband and I both really like that. So I did finally finish that one up. I finished up a bottle of my favorite glue. I almost never have this to show you guys because what happens is I'll have a client come in and they'll be like, oh, do you have any glue? And I usually keep like one open bottle and one that's not open, and I just give them the one that's open. I don't sell it to them, I just give it to them. So I almost never have this to show you guys because I always end up giving it away. But this is the OPI nail adhesive in the red bottle. This is my absolute favorite glue. I can't always get it. Sometimes there's like one on the shelf and I take the last one. And sometimes I have to wait like weeks for it to come in. I don't know if it's that popular or if it just they don't order that many, but anyways, it's my favorite. It's not as runny as like the Mach 5 glue that they have, even though that one comes in a nice big bottle. I rather have these little like small bottles because sometimes the nozzle glues itself closed, whatever. And I kind of end up, did I do it to this one? Yeah, see how short that nozzle is? I've cut it down so many times because it'll end up getting glued close. See how long that one is? I just love it though. It dries super fast. It doesn't run around the nail and all that sort of stuff. So I love, love, love that glue. I went through another bottle of my Breeza Bond. So that's the bonder for my Breeza line that I use for the gel nails. So I go through that quite often. And I also went through a bottle of the Shellac base coat. This is my favorite base coat. I do use a lot of the artistic colors. I don't like this one as much, though if I'm using an artistic color, I will use this one, but I do prefer the Shellac base coat. I don't know why, I just think it's a better consistency, so I have already repurchased this. And I actually went through some Shellac colors, surprisingly enough. I went through a bottle of Wisteria Haze. This is the most beautiful sort of bluey lilac. It's so pretty, it's so creamy, it's got great coverage. Love this color. Went through that. I already have another one. I went through a bottle of the Grapefruit Sparkle. It's not a nude. It looks like it would be, but it's basically like a really sparkly, light pink. If you guys remember, OPI used to have a color. I don't know if they still have it, but they had one called Princess's Roll, and this is like exactly that color. So I have already repurchased that. It's very popular. My most popular sort of bright red in Shellac is Wildfire. So I went through a bottle of that. I've already repurchased it. You see the trend. If I run out of a shellac color, I repurchase it. unless for some reason I didn't like it or I've got something else that's really, really close. But in general, if I've used it up, I use it enough to buy another one. So I also went through Beckoning Begonia. It's a really pretty light pink with a touch of like a purpley base. It's really, really beautiful. And then Fieldfox. So Fieldfox is my most popular nude. So if I was gonna only own one nude in the entire salon, this would be the one. It looks good on everybody. So I went through that. I've already bought another one. And then the last thing in here is not actually empty. So this is Artistic Gloss color, and it's called The Pursuit of Happiness. I am throwing this color away. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know that I've ever done this. I don't know that I've ever hated a color so much that I'm throwing it in the garbage and it's basically full. I have it swatched on my palette. For whatever reason, it's swatched okay when I got it. I got this like over a year ago, maybe longer. It might have been like 2 years. Might have been longer than that. I don't know. Either way, it's swatched okay, but when I use this on clients, it is basically clear. It's super, super runny. To get any color payoff at all, I have to put a really thick coat, and then when I take it out of the lamp, it's run all the way around the cuticle, and now it's cured there. It's a whole thing. So I tried using, one of my clients picked this on Friday. She wanted this color on her nails. I did 2 coats. No, I did 1 coat on each hand. I cured it. I was so unhappy with it. I looked at her and I was like, we need to pick another color. I filed off what I had applied and we picked something else that was like pretty close. I'm not doing that again. I'm not taking the time. I'm not wasting the client's time. I'm not disappointing them by letting them pick a color and then saying, just kidding, you can't have this color. So it's going in the garbage. We're saying goodbye to this one. I broke it right off of the palette so that it's not an option anymore. So I think this is the first time that that's ever happened. Has that ever happened to you guys? If you guys work in a salon and you've had to throw a color out, comment below. I want to know because I feel guilty and wasteful, but I don't want to go through this again. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.